Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Kwings Let's Plays. How's everybody doing? Tonight is the 5th episode of Nickelodeon Kart Racer 3. And this will be the time trial. And trying to unlock, I guess, Raphael and Donatello. As well as playing as the Avatar characters. Things like that. So hopefully you guys having a good day. And you're ready for the next Nickelodeon thing. Tomorrow will be the last Nickelodeon stream because there's a new game that comes out on Tuesday, and then Mario Sparks of Hope is this week, and later Gotham Knights. So.
Well, we could put iCarly.
I had Fairly Odd Parents and Doug, and I didn't know the other two shows I could do. I don't know.
iCarly would be a show. I mean, what do you want?
iCarly's fine.
Okay, guys and gals, for our poll, why don't you tell us in the chat, because we're going to make a poll, what characters would you want to see, and if you could add a character in Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3, would it be iCarly, would it be Doug, would it be, I don't know the other characters.
I don't know the other Nick shows. They actually have a pretty good representation of Nickelodeon stuff in this. So I'm not really sure.
Well, I know the best thing would be to do, go to a website.
The enemy of my enemy is my
a website
bro.
right here. Keenan and Kel, iCarly.
Just race against the ghost.
Mosquito. Skeeter.
I don't know what that is.
Doug's best friend.
No,
From the Doug show.
Doug would be considered a thing. Doug would be a show. Fairly Odd Parents would be a show. iCarly would be a show. I don't know any other Nickelodeon shows, so.
Right, that's why you would look it up. I don't understand why you wouldn't think of it off the top of my head.
Turtle Cycle.
Do I look like a
Alright, let's try
112-year-old
this.
man to you? I'm not doing this for revenge.
Angry Beavers.
There you go. It's just a fourth option.
Jack Skellington is in Fall Guys.
Jack Skellington was added to Fall Guys?
Doug is now owned by Disney.
Yep.
Let's get started.
So we couldn't put it in, I guess.
Oh, he's owned by Disney now.
Would you most like to see in Nick? I'll give you your. I'm trying to.
I know.
I already did.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to do. You say that everything's fine, and I'll just say no, it's not.
Everything's fine.
How is it? How did I do that?
I just woke up. Trying to race Raphael, but he's wicked fast. I don't know how to catch him. I'm even watching the computer right now, like, destroy me.
You could put. Do you want Cosmo or Fairly Odd Parents?
Yep.
What were you doing naming that?
Best show.
I'm trying to do what you asked.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents, iCarly, Angry Beaver, and then I don't know what the other thing. Maybe David the Gnome would be considered another Nick show. This game has pretty much every Nickelodeon show except for like maybe 3. Ren and Stimpy's in this. That's what
I don't know what this is. Ginger Foutley is a show.
No idea.
Bill and Lil, Donnie and Debbie, Thornberry, Gerald, Hey Arnold. Okay, Arnold is already in it.
I don't think the Thornberries are in it. There you go.
I don't know who those are though.
Nigel Thornberry, he's in the Nickelodeon fighting game.
The Thornberry. Nigel Thornberry.
I can't quit now.
Of course, I could always put Keenan and Kel.
Nice.
Keenan and Kel, yeah.
Well,
Nigel Thornberry, Fairly Odd Parents, iCarly, those are really popular. Keenan and Kel is like so old.
okay, iCarly, any character. I'll just put any character from any of those.
Uh,
I'm sorry. tried to tell you. It's not. I only wanted you to do
Huh?
I don't understand why.
I do. I was just
But
waking.
you didn't understand.
How in the world?
Oh, why? Now you're mad.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I can't tell though.
I'm just racing.
I can tell there's something wrong.
So I'm supposed to somehow beat the ghost.
So is the stove bothering you then?
Yes, that's why I turned the fan on.
But how was I supposed to know? When am I supposed to clean? You said yourself. You said there is no days off for cleaning. You said it has to be in between.
Yep.
Chores have to be in between. So how is it my fault?
It's not. I just put the fan on.
Well, you're obviously upset.
No, I'm not. Just have the fan on. That's all I did.
You know it's
Hey, I don't
Monday
even know
when
how
you
to do
wake
these
up and it's Tuesday.
ghost things.
Anyone is capable.
If people were meant
Who's
to
the
pop
ghost
out
for
of
this
bed,
level?
We'd all sleep in toasters.
Reptar. Are you guys positive you have to do the race the ghosts in order to unlock this stuff? I mean, how is
You know
that
it's
possible?
Monday when you wake up and it's Tuesday.
That's Garfield. I guess I could see where Donatello is.
If people were meant to pop out of bed, we'd all sleep in toasters.
That's Cat Dog. Race against the goats. 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Like, how do they expect you to... That's what I don't
hate
understand.
Mondays.
Odie. I think we unlocked Odie last time.
I hate Mondays.
When you see someone trying to get change back from a possessed snack machine,
Alright.
I'll be there.
Helga.
I'm trying to tell you that. You said. I'm trying to tell you
Mm-hmm.
If people were meant to pop out
Anyone is capable of great
I am
good
listening.
and great evil.
Okay. Where in the world is Donatello? I'm looking for Donnie to try to race him.
If people were meant to pop out of bed, we'd all sleep in toasters.
Okay, so probably a good
If
idea.
people were meant to pop out of
No. Alright, where... So, Raphael's in the Cowabunga thing.
Quiet. Ninjas are quiet.
Thank you
Quiet
very much.
down.
Okay.
Dudes, Cowabunga says it all.
So Raphael, we know is the turtle's lair. I don't know where Donatello's
Ninjas
ghost
are
is.
Quiet. Quiet down. Are you gonna eat that?
Time trial. Are you guys positive that you need to do time trial in order to unlock the other characters?
Says it all.
Is that true?
The enemy of my enemy is my bro.
Yeah, there's Raphael. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. No idea how to do that. Yeah.
I hate Mondays.
Let's see. There's Odie.
If people were
I'm sorry, honey. Why don't you go eat and then come back?
It is neat.
I hate Mondays.
Haunted Mansion?
Is that ecto-acne?
Alright, there's Clyde.
Either eat these
Okay, can't do that. Maybe it's the Technodrome, it's
If you
Donatello.
want to have a nice smile like mine.
Why would the Technodrome be...
either eat these.
Try...
Hey dudes.
this one. This should be... This should be... That's not Donnie either. Look through the Cowabunga Cup for Donatello? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Hey dudes, Cowabunga says it all.
That's Rocco. I don't know why Rocco would be in the Ninja Turtle one. And we already have Rocco. He's in a starter character. Alright, let's try Double Dare. Double Dare is Stimpy. Oh. Try this one. Naturorama. Nope, that's also Rocco. That's weird. So only Raphael is in the turtle lair. I guess we'll try the next set. This one.
You guys talk funny. Say more words.
Cause I can't beat Raphael in the turtles lair, so may as well see how much. Maybe I could get lucky against Donatello, but I haven't found him yet to race his ghost. That's a Hey Arnold ghost. I also don't like how they bring you back to the very beginning of the races. It's like you have to remember which one you clicked on.
When you see someone trying to get change back from a possessed snack machine, I'll be there.
Stimpy is Wimpy. Ugh.
Either eat these.
Yeah, I'm in a little bit of. I'm fine.
If you want to have a nice smile like mine.
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, that's true.
It's the happy helmet, Ren. Now you'll always be happy.
No, I don't know, Amber. Let's try. Okay, it's not the Technodrome. What about Jimmy's lab?
Have a nice smile like mine.
Today was gonna be the last day. We were trying to do the time trial stuff, but I can't find anybody to race against. Like, that needs to be an unlockable character, so I might just end up racing courses trying to get all the stars needed to unlock characters the other way, because I'm not. The only character I saw so far in time trial is Raphael. There's no Donatello.
Either eat these pancakes or bury them in the backyard.
Did anybody play this yet? Anybody pick this game up or no?
I know a lot about very little. If people were meant to pop out of bed, we'd all sleep in toasters. I hate Mondays. If people were meant to pop out of bed, we'd all sleep in toasters.
Okay.
People were meant to pop out of bed.
No, sorry about that, guys.
We'd all
I had to
sleep in toasters.
take care of something.
Us XJ stick together.
I guess I'll try. It's not Hawaii. It's not the aquarium.
Okay.
This looks
you
like a
got me.
Donatello stage.
I am the Avatar.
I can't see who that is. That's Korra. A little bit.
If people
I'm doing the best I can.
Maybe you should brush.
You guys talk funny.
Saw a stream from someone who else said you need a lot of slime coins to unlock Raph. Doesn't mention how.
I Wumbo, you Wumbo.
How would you need a lot of slime coins to unlock Raph, though? He's not even listed in the store. That's what I don't get. Because you would think his icon would pop up. I guess you would have to buy every single character. And then maybe they add new tokens, because, you know, it doesn't really make sense otherwise. Because there's no other characters here. You got Patrick, Sandy, the SpongeBob characters. You got Lucy, Clyde, JoJo, Squidina, Toph, Korra, Gurr, Stimpy, Cat Dog, and another Reptar. There's no other turtle icon here. And then when you switch to the next page, it's just vehicles. So, you know. And then you only have 7 characters that are in the challenge thing. It would be nice if they added more characters, but the other ones are obviously hidden somewhere else.
Oh, my hands smell like cleaning supplies.
A little bit.
What should I do? I've already washed them twice.
I don't know, sweetheart.
Is it gonna bother you all day?
I'll deal with it.
Well, if I'm bothering you, I'll just leave. I don't want to make you in pain.
No, I'm not in pain. Let's go with... Hi, Zelda. Guess we'll just do regular races and see if that'll do something. Maybe you need to get all the stars. Because I do not have all the stars, actually.
Hi guys and gals. Hope you guys are having a good day. Luke and I are kind of having both headaches right now, so...
You know it's
I had to clean the stove and it has a lot of chemicals.
Yeah, that only has one star each.
I'm kind of far away from the mic, but Luke is like not feeling well, so I can't really get any closer to the mic, so I'm really quiet right now probably because I'm really far away from the mic. Do you want me to move the mic closer to myself or what?
No, it's fine.
Well, I'm really far from it. I mean, how are you gonna be picked up by it?
My voice projects, it always does. So we'll go with Aang, I guess, and then go over here using one of the bikes I got. I like the Turtles bike. There we go.
I'm not doing this for. Do I look like this?
That should do it.
Yeah. Yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. Great to see everyone in the chat.
You can... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I can mute the microphone.
Oh, I didn't
You're not
think about
feeling
that.
well.
No, I just needed to... I just couldn't breathe for a sec.
Hi, great to see you guys. Hi, Later Gator and Jacob. Hello, Sora Cloud. Great to see you, Crossfighter and, everyone coming in here. Sub-Zero and, Geo's World and everyone that I can see. I don't really have my... Hi, Sasha. I don't really have my, phone because I've been streaming all day, so it's out of batteries. And I did mean to go to the grocery store or something today, but I actually didn't get out. Because I didn't realize UPS is closed after 3 p.m. on Sunday, so... Oh, I had a really important package I had to send, so I'm in a little bit of a frustrated mood. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I had a nice time playing Splatoon this morning.
That's good. Did your team win it all today, or... what type of Splatoon did you play? Did you do online with people, or did you play, like, online modes with viewers?
We played some salmon run, and we did get the king salmon one time, like a really big...
I'm not doing this for revenge. Hey, not that.
We got the king salmon, and it was, like, really big, but I didn't realize you were supposed to you were supposed to fling the actual salmon eggs at him. I didn't realize that was how you take him down, so... I didn't understand that part of it. So, yeah, it was interesting, but we had a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't realize I had gone so long. If I had known the place closed at 3, I would have shut my stream down an hour early and then run off and got my package. But, honestly, it doesn't...
I gotta stay flaming.
They said they don't pick up the packages till 5 anyway. I'm just very... anxious because I might not get this scarf there for my mom's birthday, which I'm just very stressed out about.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, I think I lapped everybody.
Well, and I was gonna get ingredients to make us some nice hamburger soup, but I have my dry can of sugar, so that should be just as good as nutritious soup.
Stop that.
So, how was your... Did you do anything good, or...?
Did I do anything? Not yet. Just got up. Was trying to do Nickelodeon. I thought I had a plan with this game, but just... I don't know.
Now you know what it's like to
I think today's my last day doing the game. I'll try to show some of the battle mode or something like that.
I thought I would try to beef up on one of your games while you're playing, but I just realized every single game we're playing is on your Switch, and you're playing that right now. Like, I don't have any of the games we're doing on my Switch. Like, Disney Dreamlight is not here. Like, I don't have a single game on my Switch. I don't even have Splatoon on my Switch.
I didn't have room on your Switch to put the Disney game.
I mean, I would have easily deleted half these. I don't, there's nothing here that I enjoy playing that's on here. I would have easily deleted it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what to delete though.
Well, you could have just archived everything. I mean, I'm not, that I haven't played in 6 months.
I'm not doing this for revenge.
I know, but I wasn't gonna do that because it's not a Switch that I use very much. I was thinking that it wasn't mine, so it wasn't my call to do that. So, I just archive stuff I know that I haven't touched, and put the Disney thing in the other. You know, I'm gonna put Mario on here too.
Yeah, but if you archive something, you can always get it back.
Yeah, I mean you can get anything back when you erase it. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Captain guy. Whoa. Okay.
We have more Dragon Ball today, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people like playing that. Gonna do that, and then I have a multiverse stream, and then I have to do an 01 channel stream.
What? Oh, that's weird. I forgot.
Tomb Raider, yeah. So wait, I'm losing already again. See, I don't really get this. Like, you have to get all stars for something, but oh, never mind. I'm right there up with him, so I'm still doing okay. Aang is really fast, actually. Which makes sense, because he's an airbender, so.
Yeah. I guess they are really fast.
Whoa! What the? I didn't even see that happen. Like, I don't even see when the other characters are just gonna randomly zoom past you. Like, at least with Mario Kart, I get some kind of warning because they say something, or like you can see them coming up to you on the map, but it looks like they're so far behind me, and then all of a sudden they just zoom past you without any warning.
Yeah, it's like they don't drive by the laws of physics or something.
Yeah, they kind of...
It's almost like they just don't...
They kind of cheat a little bit.
It's almost like they just appear in front of you, like... It's like these people are driving by the same rules as the YouTube algorithm. It's like...
Random.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally random.
Oh, I wish I could stay up for that.
What? The bear?
Yeah, I'd like to do some more, like, kitchen stuff later on.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to get my hamburger soup ingredients.
You could do that. I've got this. I'm just gonna be racing around with characters.
I'll feel bad if I do.
Okay.
Because I don't know what you're going to
I said it though. I'm okay with it. I'm just a little hazy because I'm still waking up. I'm gonna be hazy for like the next 20 minutes or so. I'm streaming right now, but it's just like I have to, you know, my medicine has to wear off and all kinds of stuff. So I'm not really all there right now. Okay, so I am currently in first. There we go. And those guys are actually... There's no way to look behind me either to know when they're going to pass up. What?
account are you playing on right now?
This account? This is
Kwings.
This is Kwings Let's Plays account.
Oh.
Icon.
It is?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright, then I'm gonna play on your account on my Switch. Kwings.
Deal one. Yeah. Yeah, because I accidentally I started with the Kwings Let's Plays account. Then I just kept going with it. Whoops. Whoa. Okay. Still in first, that's good. Doing better than I first did against the Nickelodeon thing. Got a pretty good distance between me and the other guys. And I don't even know what happens once you get all stars, because I already did the Raph Cup yesterday, so...
Are you gonna make it all night? Or no?
Why wouldn't I? What's wrong?
I only have like 3 pieces of pizza in the fridge and I haven't cooked for days.
I'll be fine. That should do it.
It won't let me download this.
Download what?
Splatoon. It won't let me download it on my account.
You're trying to download it as a one account?
Yeah, it says you haven't even bought it.
Will you go penguin sledding with me?
Oh, that's weird.
Huh?
Oh, because I bought it in another
This is
country.
fun.
That's probably why.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Sorry, honey. Nintendo changed their policy a couple years ago that, like,
Yip, yip.
it would only recognize... Actually, you can't even... Some Switches with the same icon, like, if you have, like, the same login information on a different Switch, they still don't recognize you as owning that game on that Switch. It's all, like, built into the system itself.
Huh?
Which is annoying, but that's what they do. They did that to try to cut down on piracy.
Yeah.
And they don't like doing account sharing, I think is what they call it. Whereas if you bought a game on Sony
I did it.
and then you have another Sony account, you can download it again, or at least it will tell you that you own it and it's locked, and either you need to pay for it again or you need to make sure your account's fully on the system. But Nintendo is the opposite.
Yeah, I'm just frustrated because I really meant to get some stuff done today, and I thought, well, I'm not gonna get anything done because I'm gonna get ready to get out and go and, you know, like, go to the UPS and everything, and I didn't realize it was closed, so I realized I didn't have time to get anything else done because I was getting everything ready to go there, so I accomplished absolutely nothing. So
I'm sorry, I never know what is going to happen on Sundays with businesses because I live in Pennsylvania, they close things earlier.
yeah, I feel sad.
Greetings, my good Hopman.
There's nothing I can do about it. I know the schedule for UPS tomorrow, they open at like 8 in the morning.
Will you go
They
penguin
open
sledding
at
with me?
7 too.
Okay, see, you already knew more than I did because I thought they just opened at 8. So, alright, this is the course I actually lost last time, I believe.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Take this. That's right.
Oh, we got Obalina.
Greetings, my good Hopman.
You look fine. I don't see a problem.
See out, Hopman.
Okay, so I need that. I need to keep these guys. I need to be like several feet ahead. Otherwise, they're just gonna zoom right past me. Alright, second lap, still in first. That's good. Gonna do a nice little drift here and run right into some gnomes that look like they're right out of Gravity Falls, which is a Disney property and not Nickelodeon. If they were gonna throw gnomes at me, it'd be like David the Gnome, you would think, but nobody really does a lot with David the Gnome anymore. Maybe they don't own the rights to it anymore, I don't know. But I haven't seen David the Gnome associated with Nickelodeon in quite some time. There were some other shows too from the very early 90s on Nickelodeon I never see get mentioned on Nickelodeon anymore, but I can't remember the name of them for the life of me. They were actually really well animated shows too, like David the Gnome. But I can't remember the name of them. So it's like, did they exist? I don't know. Maybe I thought they existed and I just made them up. Okay, final lap. Here we go. Get that drift going. Watch the gnomes. Get that jump. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Alright, they're coming up right behind you. There's like no room to breathe. Yep, there we go. That was a nasty item. At least I dodged that. They're literally right behind me. Any mistake or any missed jump and they're just going to zoom right past you. Okay, avoided the gnome. Oh, here they come. And that's it. Race lost. Just like that. Wow. Crazy. Now, what happens if I get all 3 stars? Anyway, does it give me a crew member? Do I get a bike piece? Like, what's gonna happen? Okay, almost there. Alright, that's it. So, the Garfield Cup is complete with all 3 stars. That's good. Only gave me 10 slime tokens, though. I picked up way more slime tokens than that. That's crazy. But that should be... Yep, that's the first cup again. There we go. Hey, Titan, what's going on? I'm fine. I just woke up feeling a little off. It happens sometimes. This is what happens when your life is like just live streaming, or you're live all the time. Okay, Aang just turned into like a... He looked like a dude that was on... Yeah, there he is again. He's all on fire. Oh, he's in his avatar state. Okay, well that's weird. I don't know why he'd need his avatar state to win. So no bonuses for not doing anything, but it took everything I had just to win first place, but... no jump boost, no... Whoa! How did that work? Cindy was unlocked from getting stars. Did you see that? You see, guys, if you get all stars, you unlock a character. I didn't... Okay. That was random. I didn't even know Cindy was in this as a racer. Okay. Wow. Alright, I guess we'll try to do another course that we didn't get a star in. I don't know. Interesting. Try it again. And go back to another course that we failed previously and try to get a better race score. So Garfield unlocked Cindy, apparently. Nothing was unlocked for this one for getting full stars. I don't remember if any... No avatar character was unlocked from this. Danny failed. So let's try Danny Phantom again. But we're going to still stick with the avatar. Aang.
Yeah, they did a good character model of
As
Aang.
they say in the Fire Nation.
So, Cindy Lou, or from Rugrats, or wait, Cindy who?
Cindy from Jimmy Neutron.
Everything is
Oh,
connected.
I didn't know. Who
I
that
think
was.
I think she's the girl that Jimmy has a crush on. I think so. Cindy Lou. I thought that's her. I don't remember her name.
I thought her name was Cindy Lou also, but maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
I don't know. I think that's it. You're breathtaking. Thank you, Richard Taylor. Appreciate that, buddy. Well, okay, so we'll go with Aang. We're going to use the same stuff as last time, and let's see if we get first for this one. So when we locked all 3 stars on the Garfield Cup, it unlocked Cindy Lou. Let's see if it unlocks a character in this. Oh, it's Cindy Vortex? Never mind. I
I'm
don't
the
know.
one who thought it's Cindy Lou. Must be from something else.
It's possible. I can't remember all the cartoon shows. There's too many of them. You were thinking Cindy Lou from The Grinch. Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'm okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
Hey,
Whoa.
stop that.
Okay, I don't think this is gonna be... Whoa, 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 whoa.
I had fun recording with you this morning.
Oh yeah, that's right, we did do recording today. I don't really... I remember some things about today, but it was just like, there's so much going on my mind because of all the stuff that's happening this week. This is gonna be one of the biggest, busiest weeks I've had in 2 years. I don't even know how I'm gonna look at everything. I'm just barely gonna get to everything. I don't even think I'm gonna be able to get to the Ghostbusters thing. Because you have the Disney Dreamlight thing. I'm almost done with my coverage of multiverses because I've shown just about all the characters. Tonight is Velma.
There's no way we can get to the cat. Like the cat, the Halloween costume for the cat.
Oh, the Calico thing? There's no way because even if you get like 40 or 80 things of candy corn, you would have to win every single one of your matches. You also have to hope that the people you're playing against are wearing Halloween skins. And what they really should do is, when you get near the end of the thing, like the event with Warner Brothers, they should add like a discount or something like that. Or maybe you could trade something in to buy candy corn, like in game.
Well, you go stop that.
But I don't think they're gonna do that.
Stay flaming. Not there.
Some tea? I would love some tea actually, because I'm all.
Do you want it in that mug?
Did I bring a mug down?
It's in the cat.
Yeah.
Do you want it in a new mug?
That's my juice mug. So you could just a new mug would be fine.
Your bread mug is in the...
Yeah.
See?
Oh, wait, I'm losing already? What? How?
Doing this for revenge.
Well, okay, alright. But yeah, do you guys see how in the background, how quickly they're able to catch up to you without, like, anything?
Now you know what it's
Like,
like
it's
to
actually, it's pretty tough to hold on to first place in this game. It really is.
I tried to make it colder in here.
Colder with the air conditioner or by opening the window? What?
By the air conditioner.
How cold did you set it?
67.
67. What is the heat set at? 66 or 65? Because you don't want the heat and the air conditioner to turn on at the same time.
Well, I think it can only... I thought only one can be turned on.
No, if you have the heat set to come on when it's a certain cold degree, it'll switch on.
I had the...
Because I remember I set it at either 66 and I've been running the air conditioner at 69 for the past month.
I'm 90% sure I have it on for air conditioner 67.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Uh-oh. And just like that, I don't think I'm going to catch up now. Even though this is only the first race, like the first lap. It's like if you make too many mistakes in the first lap, then you've seen that the computer guy is able to get so far ahead with the first place driver. Which is crazy. That's not really the norm for racing games in general. Like usually everybody's clumped together in the first lap. And then by the second lap, then things get intense and people like get wicked far ahead of you and stuff like that. But usually it's supposed to be like a tough fight for the first group, and then whoever is the lead driver will tend to get a little bit far ahead as the race goes on. But this game, they basically make it so the first place driver is just able to like body you so early on. Okay, I got stuck on a platform there. See, he's way up there now. Or she, I don't know who that is. I can't tell. I think it's either Rocco the dog or it's somebody else. I can't tell who that is. The racer sprites or whatever they call them, they're not really very big compared to Mario Kart thingies, so I can't tell who's who unless I'm like really right up there against them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess your Aang sprite is pretty good, but it could be bigger.
Oh, Aang? Aang's the perfect size. It's the other racers. What the?
Oh, it crashed down right when you went to it.
And this is my second lap?
Yeah, I mean, playing these over and over again must be frustrating. I really need to do this with Mario Kart and get some of my extra carts that I don't have, that I didn't unlock.
Uh-oh, that was a bad idea. Yeah, it was. So that slime thing actually is not a benefit to go on.
Yeah, I can't tell if some of the slime is helping you or hurting you.
Sometimes it depends. Sometimes it actually helps, like going on that slime trail. Other times it does not. Thank you guys so much for the super chat. I believe that's Irene.
Thank you, Irene, for the little
sticker.
Cheering stickers chat. Really appreciate that. You're amazing, Irene. Thank you so much.
Oh, now I see where that goes.
Hope you're having a great day, Irene. Thank you.
Oh. And you have used that stuff before?
I used it last time I cleaned the stove.
Okay.
But it took 2 or 3 days for the smell to dissipate.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm okay.
I wanted to do something so I could redeem the time because I felt frustrated. I should have just waited.
I'm fine.
But I didn't know when to finally do it because
Yep. You're fine. You're fine. It'll dissipate in a few days. Alright, I just barely made it. So he was like right behind me, but there we go. That's a first place finish for Aang.
Well, I also cleaned the bathroom down there too, in the downstairs.
Using something different though, right?
No, the same thing.
Okay.
I used that last time.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, student housing. Oh, and we're almost up to 100 likes, guys and gals. So if you could definitely smash that like button, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. If you're just joining, we unlocked Cindy Vortex from Jimmy Neutron. I believe, by getting all 3 stars in the Garfield Cup, and now we're doing another cup. We're doing the Phantom Cup right now. We're on the 2nd or 3rd race, and I believe you have to get all the stars and complete all the achievements in order to unlock a character in each cup. I think. It's all kind of like an experiment to see what you need to do. No. Oh, okay. Whoops. Alright, so that's done. So now we just have to win the race. Can't see because the hand's in the way. There we go.
Let's do this together.
Do a little bit of drift in here. There we go. And they're right behind me. You can see them right there. Ow. Crud. Second lap started. Man, this dude is all up in my grill. Or, actually, that's Obelina. Never mind. Not a dude. Okay, I didn't even see that dude because the stage was the exact same color as him. Okay, we're in the sewers. There we go. See, even what I don't like is even if the characters don't hit a speed boost, they still are faster than you. So even if they miss like a ring gate or they miss like a boost thing on the ground, they're still faster than you. That feels like maybe they should adjust that a little bit, just so it's a little bit more fair. But the characters in general are just like incredibly, insanely fast that you're racing up against. I mean, at least in Mario Kart and Crash and some other things, that they make it make sense why they're a little bit faster than you. They show them like whatever call it, like drifting or like hitting all the boost thingies, but literally the drivers will just drive right past you, not even hitting the boost except for the main boost. Like, I would need to hit all these boosts here just to stay ahead of them. Because if I miss some, then it would be wicked bad. Excuse me. Giant gnomes that don't look like David. They're just gnomes. Where are the gnomes from? Like, what Nickelodeon show are these gnomes from? Because David the gnome looked different. He had a red hat, I know that. Alright, that's the lap. There we go. And there's one more. One more race. So right down there you can see all the achievements were done because Aang's face is highlighted down there. The gnomes are from Invader Zim? Okay. That's cool. I don't really remember Invader Zim all that much.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Complete the race with 9 slime tokens and what else? I didn't catch the rest. They want you to boost. They want you to blue boost, actually. Yep, that was a blue boost. Whoa. I don't even know how they expect you to do that, though, and win the race, though. Ow. Now, in this game, you can actually interrupt somebody mid-boost. What the? What the? Okay, that was terrible. Yeah, see? Like, you don't really get spun out unless you get hit by an item or something like that in Mario Kart when you're trying to boost. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm not going to get all the achievements. Either I'm going to win the race, or there's no way I'm going to get the achievement. Maybe you have to win, you have to get all 3 stars, plus you have to win the race, Plus, you have to do all the achievements to unlock a character. I don't know. I'm not sure. Because, I mean, I didn't see if we got all the achievements when we unlocked Susie or not, or if we just got all 3 stars. I'm not sure. I wouldn't put it past the game to do something like that.
I can't quit now.
Okay, so I'd have to do that one more time.
Nice. Hey, not bad. Here we go. Here you go.
Okay, she's right behind me. No, this one's not going to do it. It's not enough room to do that.
Let's do this together.
I don't think I can... Well, no, not enough room to do it. I got it purple. That's right, Zelda. No,
Are we racing?
I wasn't able to complete the boost. Get 3 blue spark things. I think that's going to be the difference right there, that we didn't get the character at the end. That'd be my guess. Unless character, like, unlocks are just completely random. Find out. I mean, I got all 3 stars.
Now what am I gonna do?
I'm curious, but I don't think so. I think you have to get the achievements as well.
The forces of nature are greater than all.
Avatar is back.
Aang's avatar state. Let's see. Now, Cindy popped up right away, right? Alright. Aang got some type of airbender status. Cool. Doesn't look like any character unlocked. So, I'm guessing you have to do all the achievements. I don't know. Yeah, nothing happened. Yeah, I got all 3 stars, but it didn't unlock a character. So, no idea.
I hate Monday.
No idea. And there's no way to check to see if I even got, Alright, so the next cup would be the Chucky Cup, again with Aang. No character unlocked after doing the Fenton quest. We'll try Chucky.
You like half of my Reptar bar?
He's so cute.
Yep. Chucky Cup.
Great.
I remember he has a lisp.
We feel sticky and smell like a coconut cream pie.
He's so cute.
I think this might be the start of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, I remember when I grew up and I didn't have a lot of TV, and I was in like a high school group, like a high school youth group.
Is that empty? Okay.
And basically, they asked everyone what their favorite TV show was that was currently on, and I didn't know any shows because I didn't have TV. So I didn't want to look like dumb, but I said Rugrats. And then everyone made fun of me because they were like, oh, well, it's a baby show. But I thought it looked cute.
I'd say Rugrats is a baby show.
Yeah, people like were mean to me about it.
Rugrats was kind of adorable. It was just a cartoon show.
It had babies in it.
Hi, Zelda. Okay, here we go.
She's just letting us know she's here.
She's just letting... Zelda's just letting us know.
Yeah, thanks for the 103 likes, guys. Let's try to get up to 110 likes if we can. Thanks, everyone.
Let's go.
Okay, fill the slime meter. Is that what it said?
I had a nice time recording you this morning.
Yep. Fill the slime meter. I'm not even sure what that does.
I can't wait for you to get me that nice stove with the easy to wipe off surface.
That's what my plan was.
There's so many nooks and crannies in the stove to wipe off, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
A little help, please.
I don't like stoves with coils because there's so many places food can get stuck, and you only have to make eggs one time, and the whole stove is ruined.
Unfortunately, the landlord here doesn't let us have. We have to have that stove. They won't budge on it.
Yip yip.
I know, but someday we'll have a big house and a nice stove.
Mm-hmm. That's my Zelda. Please, I need those tissues.
Airbender before.
Do not mess with that. I need those. Thank you.
Ew.
Why are you such a bad girl today, Zelda? Did you get fed?
She has crunchies.
Did she not get a can today?
I don't know. I can look at that thing.
Yeah, she's being a little brat. Cool. Zelda, go follow Amber. There you go. Off Zelda goes. Zelda's going hardcore. Yep.
Let's work as a team.
So yeah, on the 19th is when the Disney Dreamlight Val. I didn't even see the person pass me. Holy cow! What? Where are they? I didn't even see Reptar pass me. Holy cow! Look at that. Look at that. No way. Okay, final lap. Alright, Reptar's like right there. Reptar's like right there. What? Uh-oh, I have a box over my head that's bad. That means I'm gonna get hit.
You're wearing a Batman Beyond shirt today?
The Batman. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Let's do this together.
Okay, there he is. Zelda, I thought you wanted food. What's going on with you?
She has a volcano.
I don't know. Zelda, what are you doing? Why are you being a little brat? Hmm? She's not... Okay. Just wants to run around and act like a crazy cat. Alright, I think... Almost there.
I mean, I believe that everyone's cats act crazy, but
I think everyone's cat acts crazy? I don't know. Not from what I've seen.
the more that, like, we talk to people about our cat, like, people keep saying, like, wow, your cat seems kind of insane.
1980s was something else? Yeah, it was. 80s, 90s, good times. 2000s wasn't bad. Like, the early 2000s was okay.
But remember, the lady who gave Zelda away said that she had so much energy, like, people didn't want her.
Yeah, I'm amazed. She's 6 years old and she's just as fidgety and crazy
Maybe
as she was.
she's a Saiyan.
She's a Saiyan?
Maybe she's a Saiyan cat. That's why she likes, like, you know, fighting or fighting the wall, or fighting us. Maybe she likes fighting people. Maybe she's like Gohan. She's little Gohan.
She's like little Gohan.
She's like little Videl. Maybe she can learn to fly.
Maybe. Yeah, sorry people, I wanted to plan on unlocking characters today, but I have no idea. So I'm just going through the game as Aang and trying to get all 3 stars to see if that unlocks characters, because there's not really a comprehensive guide on how to unlock the characters. They didn't even give out a press release of, like, this is how you unlock so-and-so. It's like, the only thing that I had from the press release, it said you can unlock characters in the challenge mode, and you can buy them in extras. They didn't say anything for Raphael, Donatello, any of the other characters that are hidden. There's probably like 6 characters that are really well hidden, like Cindy was. I think Cindy was like one of those characters that just randomly was in there. Maybe Raphael can only be done in trials, but nobody knows where Donatello is.
Zelda just bumped the mic closer to you.
Zelda, what in the world? I'm stuck. It's what in the world?
Oh, wow.
Do you see how this game just randomly glitches?
That was really weird.
Yeah, it was weird. There was nothing I could do. Like, it just... This game just randomly starts... Zelda, please. Off to the basement with you little punk.
I gotta stay flaming.
Time for a timeout, Zell. No, don't you cry. You're the one who's being bad. You're the one who's being bad. Because you won't stop misbehaving. You kept, yeah. You can't keep jumping on the PC. You need to go run around in the basement.
Just when I was getting warmed up.
Well, I failed. Gotta do that again. May as well start the whole thing over again. Because as soon as you... Now I'm not gonna get 3 stars, so... Ow, that's not on you. Mm-hmm. Alright, gonna start this cup over, guys. Gonna start the Chucky Cup over.
Let's go.
The tea's great, thank you. Restart the whole cup, yep. Restart the whole thing. Gotta go back to the beginning. Zelda's being a little fur monkey. Yeah, I mean, I'm worried that she's gonna kill the computer from jumping on the keys.
Yeah, maybe they won't work.
Because, I mean, our other laptop, Zelda, like, the keys, certain keys don't work on our original laptop we use for streaming.
Yeah, she may have jumped, or maybe it was because I...
And the desktop upstairs doesn't really work anymore because she used to sleep on it.
Cats like to stand right on the keys.
I mean, I haven't gotten rid of that computer that we have upstairs because it's got all my original Arkham stuff on there and my original lore, and it's got a lot of history for me that I just can't part with it, even though I don't even use it anymore. I mean, I can't even tell you what Windows is on that computer. I don't even know anymore. It might be Windows XP or Windows 7 or something like that. Probably Windows 7 is what's on that PC
probably
upstairs.
Windows 7, because every time I tried to go to 8, I remember that it would like jam up and glitch up.
They have like Windows 10 now. I think that's what the computer here was randomly forced to update to, or something like that. I don't like when computers force you to update because it always ruins the computer. Because they're basically most companies expect you to update your computer like every 3 years or something like that. I only update my computer when it doesn't work anymore and it's not compatible with certain software. Because I don't really need it to do all that much. I don't play games on it, so it's just used to video capture and for live streaming.
Yeah.
And the computer that we currently use for live streaming has a... Yeah, so when she was jumping all over the computer, she made the frames drop.
How would that even be possible?
It's just pressing a bunch of random buttons. That's not good for a computer when you're live streaming. Sends... Every time you press a button on a computer, it sends data somewhere. So we're not going to get those frames back. Oh well. Yeah, the tea is excellent. Uh-oh. I don't even know what I was supposed to be doing here for this final lap.
This is a lot like penguin sledding.
No,
Oh.
Oh, I want to be on every Final Cup stream.
I know. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff this week.
Sorry, I just thought I was... It's like one of those days where you're mad, but there's no one really to be mad at except myself because I didn't know it closed at 3.
There's no way you could have known. They don't really update their
I could have been
website.
smarter and I could have looked at it.
You could call them first thing in the morning, like on a Sunday, and see what their hours are. But sometimes the website doesn't post.
No, honey, the website said 3. I just didn't check
See
it.
what
I
can happen
assumed
when
it
you
was
stay calm and
I
focused?
assumed it was open till 6. That's what I thought.
Okay, so there we go. First place for Aang.
Oh, thank you, Gio's mom, for liking the video. Really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Oh, someone's on Windows 95.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what is that?
That's an airplane.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's a very low
Oh
airplane.
my gosh. Why did it just stop moving?
It's going because it's like it's going to Harrisburg or something like that.
Wow, our whole house was just shaking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're right near the highway, so like sometimes when the, you know, there's also an airport near Philly, so we're like sandwiched between like two airports.
Oh, thanks, Richard. Says I have those days too, says Richard. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you, Richard, for making me feel better.
I'm trying to think where else we live near an airport. We've lived near an airport like twice. I prefer, I don't know, I don't like living under airports or near them, because I always worry like when you're like within a half hour, 40 minutes from an airport, like when the plane's coming really low or something like that, and the helicopters, I'm just waiting for them to have a malfunction and there goes your house.
I heard the airplane too, says Richard.
Yep.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Train station. In New York, we used to live near a train station. So like, or yeah, there are a train stop, not a train station. So before we started our YouTube career, when we were living in New York, you would sit down for dinner, and then like every day around 5 or 6 o'clock, you would hear the train coming from New York City, and it was wicked loud. And we used to, when we were first married, we had a log cabin. So the log cabin would shake, and like the dishes and the you know, sometimes it was hard to get sleep because Amber and I would try to watch like Seinfeld or something like that after classes, and we'd have dinner in our tiny little log cabin, and the entire cabin would shake like it was an earthquake when the express, or I don't know what it's called, like the one type of train would pass near like the area we lived, and just like every time it would come in, it would just shake everything. And then the train would it was like the train would arrive at 5, 10 o'clock, 3 in the morning, 6 in the morning, right when we were getting up for class. And then we weren't there until we came home like around, because we stayed on campus from like 6 in the morning for breakfast, and then we had classes around 8, and then we worked on campus, so we would get home like around 5 or 6 every day. But it was, yeah.
Oh wow, a couple of you guys live near a train.
Yeah.
Richard says I live near the train station, Kwings. And Hulk Harvard University says there's a train by my home.
Failed again.
It's annoying, and I hear the train every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. There's actually a funny cartoon with Donald Duck where he lives near a train station, and it's
gotta go again.
It's like he's trying to sleep, and there's a train like going by, and the faucet is dripping.
Gotta do it again, guys. Failed.
Actually, I was watching. I mean, I wouldn't recommend watching it because it's kind of, but I was interested in seeing that one movie. It was free on either Amazon or on YouTube. But my cousin Vinny, when the lawyer comes to try to help his cousin or whatever, like he. You know, his cousin Vinny is from out of town. Like, I don't know if he's from New York or what, or New Jersey, but he's from a big city, and he comes in, and he's having this little tiny place to stay in this small town, and the train comes by at like literally like it's like 3 or 4 in the morning, wakes him up, and he's just like, what the? Because it's like he's trying to sleep before a big case, and he's like stressed out of his mind. And then the train randomly wakes him up. Like he can't even get 1 hour of sleep. Yeah. I thought that was very wow.
The reason why trains blare their horn though is when they're coming into a town, they're supposed to, like just to give people heads up, because sometimes people aren't paying attention on the road, or you know, it's also to warn people that a train is coming. So I believe they're required by law to like blare their horn when they're in a residential thing.
I mean, there's a lot of people in small towns that probably like, you know, even kids that play on railroad tracks for fun. So I mean,
there should be no adults playing on railroad tracks.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be weird.
It is good that they do that. That way, if someone is just randomly like playing hide and go seek or something on the railroad tracks, and they, you know, they should know, like, there's something coming. Like, they need to warn people. I agree, because you don't know. Like, there could be no train coming through there forever, and then suddenly one can come through, so.
Yeah. But we had, since our town was old in New York, it had, you would even see right outside our apartment, I think it was, like, right near the stop sign is where the train tracks were. Like, they weren't too far from our house, so... What I didn't like is how the whole house would shake, though. Because it was a tiny little log cabin. It was just enough for 2 people.
I wish we could live there forever.
You like the little log cabin?
I liked living there.
There was a lot of smell of pine there.
I liked living there.
I know. Because you like being in the outdoors and stuff like that. Oh, you just like the little house? I would have been curious. They didn't allow us to have a cat there. I would have been curious to see what a little kitty would have thought about that place. It was a nice little cabin.
It was our first nice place.
Yeah.
Before
We had a dumpy apartment first. And then
we lived in a nice little cabin in the woods, and it was nice.
Yep.
I wish we could have lived there forever.
I know. That was a schoolhouse, though. You could only live there for like 2 years at the most.
I know.
It was school housing. I know you know. Alright, so we're almost done here. Alright, moving on to the next race.
I did it!
Okay, so now I need to make sure that I don't fail this. So this is a race I fail at.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, Sammy. Says, it was so sad in the animated series, Falcon and his best friend played on the train tracks and Falcon survived, but his friend didn't, says Sammy. Animated series. Like Marvel animated series? Like, which one? Which animated, Marvel animated series, Sammy? Or is that like a Batman, character?
No, Batman lectured people about playing on the train tracks. Says if you play chicken long enough, you fry. That's what he told people.
Oh, I don't live exactly near a train station, but I'm a good few minutes from the station. I hear it every morning when I walk out.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, Omerald. Oh, thank you, Gio. You make everyone's day too. Thank you so much. It's very sweet. Thank you for the kind words. I remember visiting Philly when I was 13. We went on a family trip to see my dad and his ex-wife. Oh, that's nice, Sarah.
Yeah, Philly's not safe anymore. There were lots of cool places that we wanted to do in Philly, and it's just not. Kind of dangerous now.
It was Batman the Animated Series, says Sammy.
Falcon.
There was a character. I'll have to watch that again. That's interesting, Sammy.
The only episode I remember is the Reverend guy and the mobster guy, and the Reverend lost his leg from a train. And it was a very heartfelt episode because... What in the world? Did you just see that?
Yeah, it spun you around.
It just spun me around. That was so weird. I'm gonna have to do this again.
It was like that ramp was magnetized and then you spun into it.
That's a glitch. But I'll never catch them now.
Poor Aang.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again. So they keep messing it up. Like every time I think, oh, I'm gonna have a great run, then the game botches it for me. There's nothing I can do. Look at how far ahead of Invader Zim is from me. I'll never catch him. Like he's gone.
Do you think they have a rock, or I mean, do you think they have a
what?
A Black Adam T-shirt?
Black Adam T-shirts? You might be able to order one off Amazon. That would be the only way you can get it, or you can find them at Walmart.
Would you want to wear one watching the movie, or would you?
Would I wear a Black Adam shirt for you at the movie? Yeah.
Or would you just wear your Batman shirt?
I like my Batman shirts, but if you want to wear Black Adam merch, I'd wear that with you. I wouldn't mind.
I'll think about it, because I was gonna get your dad and mine like a Kwings shirt, so maybe instead we'll just wear regular clothes and get them a Kwings shirt instead. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah, the game ruined it. Ruined the run, so I gotta do it again. That's annoying. Like, that's like the third or fourth time that the game has glitched while I've had a run. That's unacceptable.
Let's get started.
Because I can't get all 3 stars.
Oh, what, G4 is gone? Is
Ah!
that what people are saying?
Good riddance. G4 was a terrible company. They should have stuck to their business model when they came back, though. They wanted to... This is why you never attack your fan base. This is something DC Comics needs to learn, too. You can't attack your consumers, the people that you expect to keep you afloat, and then have them do whatever they want just because they like you. Like, it's so wrong to generalize people and to group them into categories as fans. And they sign their own death warrant.
It's really so sad that one person literally took the entire company down. Because, like, literally, if Frostcat had made that one rant...
Oh, there's more out about it now. That was staged.
What?
Her rant was staged.
What do you mean it was staged? Like, they did that on purpose?
Yeah, it's a marketing term. It's called fan baiting. Basically, you attack your user base to create controversy, and then, you know, you ride the controversy for better ratings and other things like that. They did it in the Amazon Lord of the Rings show. They've done it in a bunch of shows and things right now. It's a real thing.
They purposely made her...
Yeah, it was staged. It wasn't a real rant. It
like,
was...
She's
a character. She's not that way in real life. She's playing a character.
What? I don't understand. She didn't...
She's playing an angry feminist.
She didn't randomly decide to say that?
No, she said it, but it was staged. It was a staged event. It wasn't real. It was a skit.
It didn't feel like a skit.
Because she's an actress.
But she's not a very good actress because her speech was stupid.
Right, but it did what it did. It was supposed to... It just backfired. There's all this stuff out about her now and about the end of G4. Like, she's not that way in real life. She doesn't act like a pretentious, uptight feminist in real life. She does it online. It's part of her character that she plays. She's an online persona.
Why would she act like a complete jerk online for no reason?
Because that's how a lot of, like... Well, not a lot of girls, but a certain type of girl behaves on the internet, on Twitch and things like that.
I don't understand, like...
It was a marketing stunt that backfired. That's all.
But...
It's... Fan baiting is a real thing. It's... You attack your user base, you create a controversy to try to drum up clicks and attention and ratings, and then you ride that. You have all these people making videos, giving you free advertising, and it's supposed to help benefit, but in this case, it backfired because, you know...
But what is she like in real life, then?
What is she? She's just like a normal... I wouldn't say she's like a sweet, innocent girl. She's a jerk in real life. She's got an ego, but the Frost character is a character.
Let's get started.
She's had other jobs where she doesn't act that way. It was all, you know, it was a Hollywood thing.
It doesn't make any sense, because why would it be a Hollywood thing if G4 wasn't even making that much money to begin with?
Well, G4 was taking out loans and stuff like that. But G4 has had a lot of history of doing bad things. Like, 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, they came back on YouTube, and they were accused of botting. And then the owner of G4 had to explain why he did it, because he didn't want people to lose their jobs and stuff like that, so he fudged the numbers. And then...
But isn't that why everyone bots, so that they don't lose their job?
Yeah.
I don't really understand why that... Like, oh, I like he said, I botted so that I wouldn't lose my job, but that's why everyone bots, so that they can keep their channel or their job going.
Mm-hmm.
Why would that be any different than anyone else cheating?
Yeah, but...
that would be like saying, I joined the mob because I wanted to make sure I could feed my family. It was for a good cause. Like... Right, but you still didn't do the right thing.
There's also there's a couple of huge controversies with Twitch right now. There's a lady that everybody thought, you know, people were simping for, and people were giving her thousands of dollars, and then she came out the other day and said that she's actually married and she doesn't feel comfortable doing certain things, and like she never told her fan base that she was married. and so now she's going to lose like probably thousands of dollars a month in revenue because her install base is furious with her because they thought that they could get together with her because she was single, so they were dumping like all this money on her for years.
Why would, just because she's single, why would that mean they could get together with her?
Well, I mean, there's no ring on it, you know. You didn't.
Yeah, but it's just. It's like my friends in high school that think they could end up with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
It brings down the.
It's like a possibility, but one possibility in 1
I
trillion.
mean, it's a very small possibility, but for a lot of these
like
people,
it's a long shot.
It's a long shot, but it's what their dream is, right? So
like you keep the dream alive, yeah.
She like kind of broke the thing where like the.
Yeah, like you're supposed to pretend, like if you are married, you're supposed to pretend you're not.
Yeah,
You're
more or
not
less.
to tell people.
Well, because you ruin the fantasy.
You ruin the dream.
Right. So, yeah, that happened. And Twitch is going through a lawsuit because, like, 2 girls, like, got hurt at their TwitchCon. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. You always make so much better tea than I do. But yeah, the whole G4 thing was a staged incident. Which, I mean, it fooled me. I got pretty outraged. I was like, how dare this woman generalize an entire fan base? And then it turns out, oh, it was a skit. Well,
Yeah,
it was a skit that backfired. Yeah.
It's like you throw boiling water on someone and then say, "Oh, I was just joking."
Yeah, you scald them
like-
with burning water, and
it's
you're
like-
like, it's just a joke.
That's what I don't understand. It's like you still said those awful things, like whether it's a skit or not. Like that was super rude.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really understand how saying, "Oh, it was a skit." So do you actually feel that way, or do you?
But that's not why she got fired. Like, she got fired by the CEO of the company or the owner. Like, Comcast fired her because she was gloating that after everything that happened, she still got to keep her job. So then the day that she tweeted that, Comcast fired her. Because it was like, you know. So, I mean, you know, deep down, she's not a very nice person. But she's not as out there as she pretends to be.
How much of her is... That doesn't make sense. So,
how much of that character was her in real life?
Dressing badly and looking bad on purpose as a character, like not...
She's had other jobs where she dresses somewhat normal. She still has the short hair and the tattoos, but she doesn't.
So she purposely makes herself look weird on purpose?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because she's a character. She's a non.
Why would anyone like that character though?
You're not supposed to like the character. You're supposed to hate her. But you're supposed to tune in to watch her because you can't stand her.
But nobody did tune in because nobody likes that.
Actually, there were people, like, you know, haters make me famous type thing. There were people that were watching her, but then she said that rant, and then she went... It wasn't just, like, the thing that she did at G4. It was also, like, her Twitter. Like, she went and she attacked people, like, nonstop, and she made... You know how it's like making a mountain out of a molehill. Like, the situation was already bad, but then she decided to dump gasoline on the incident even more. And on top of that, you had Adam Sessler, who I can't stand. He is like one of the most unprofessional journalists I've ever had the displeasure of meeting. That dude is just like the embodiment of toxic. Like, he wrote, regardless of what you feel about like political stuff, he said all Republicans need to die. He also said that his family members who were conservative, he wanted them to drop dead when he saw them at Thanksgiving. And he just goes on all this tirade, like, saying that he only wants people with his, like, point of view to watch him. He's a crazy old man that screams at Cloud, like the Cloud, you know, meme? Crazy old man screaming at Cloud, like the Simpson thing. That's Adam Sessler. When we met him at E3 in I think it was, he was unemployed, and he was still a jerk when we met him. We were standing in line for the Skylanders event or something, and he was there making a big stink of it because he used to be a part of G4, and he was making like this big thing, and we actually ended up leaving the line where he was because he was just a pretentious old fool. Like, we went somewhere else.
I may have remembered.
Yeah, he was the bald guy making a big deal at E3. Like, we were in line, we were actually standing in line for the Skylanders event for some time. And we ended up leaving and getting back in with Activision. Like, they brought us in. and we went somewhere else because he was causing a scene.
That was weird.
It was weird. He's not a cool guy in real life. He's a jerk. But a lot of these people are, you know. So the mask comes off for some of these people, and you know.
I don't think that is the character though, like for her, because she must have felt that in some way. Otherwise, like for instance, like if I had to play a character.
No, I'm not pretending, or I'm not.
No, like she must
I'm not
part
defending her.
No, I mean like part of her must have actually felt that way though.
To some extent, yeah.
Like I think she exaggerated, but I think part of her like.
But the female producers of the show, they got together with Adam, and they were like, "All right, so we're gonna do a segment, you know, that we feel will generate a lot of buzz." And Adam and the producers was like, "Yeah, go for it." And
they were like, "Let's ruin our own show by being."
No, they thought that they
weird.
were going to generate a lot of attention and buzz because G4 was struggling.
But then why did
But
Gerard,
the owners...
Why did Gerard look like he was shocked when she was starting
Why did
to
he
say
look
it?
like he was deer in a headlight? Because that wasn't the topic she was supposed to bring up. Like, she was supposed to talk about... she talked about something in gaming. She was supposed to bring up a game that was coming out, and they all were going to have, like, this discussion. That's why Gerard looked like a deer in the headlights, and why he couldn't really say anything, because Gerard can't go off script.
Oh, right. He has to have other people write his scripts for him.
Right. He's scripted content. He can't do ad-lib. When we had him on our channel...
because he used to have that other guy that wrote all his stuff.
Yeah.
His friend.
He has a hard time with ad-lib stuff. That's why he was so quiet and like shy when we had him on our channel as a guest a couple times, because we're very spontaneous and we do
we didn't have
shoot from the
for
hip.
him.
He's successful with scripted content. Like, that's what he does. That's his thing. That's what he's known for. That's what the completion is. But when she was doing that, as the topic was supposed to be whatever game came out on PlayStation at the time, and she decided with the female directors, they went on a different, thing
they didn't
that was
tell
approved.
them.
No, they didn't tell any of the guys that.
Oh, so they went behind their backs.
Uh-huh. No, they didn't go behind their backs. They just changed it.
Yeah.
They changed it because they wanted to, see what would happen, because they thought, oh, we're kind of invincible, we can do whatever. Now, the story is the executives told her, no, don't do it.
Oh, interesting.
And the community manager at G4 and one of the female writers and two of the female directors that were on set that day, had her do that. Right.
If it were me and the head of the company told me no and my superiors told me yes, I would most definitely not do it.
But that's why
because I would not want to get fired.
If you go back in time, literally, I think it was 6 months after the incident when they started to really flounder, they basically went back to the G4 format from during their frat boy days, where they hired all these women to dress a certain way and act a certain way and do these weird game shows again, because their format wasn't working anymore. So they did a complete 180, and for a while it was working out for them. They had all these weird guests on, they had VTubers and all this weird stuff, and it was benefiting them for a while, and then everything blew up in their face again because the firing happened, the downsizing of the company, and then just kind of quietly just went. But yeah, sometimes this is why I don't like the fan baiting thing. When you go out of your way to generate controversy that's not real to try to bank on outrage, thinking that you're going to come out on top. I really want those companies to fail when they do it. I don't like when DC, with the whole Tim Drake thing, they're trying to turn all the fans of Tim Drake against each other. Like the fans from the 90s and the 2000s, as well as the fans of the current Tim Drake with DC Rebirth. They're trying to get us all to fight each other based on the change that they made, so that they can, generate free advertisement with YouTubers making all this clickbait stuff, talking about it constantly. It's generating.
So you would make a video saying you don't like the change.
Well, not just that.
They would get more income.
Every article about Tim Drake is his change. And
yeah,
every
video,
every video about Tim Drake right now on YouTube is about the change. So DC is kind of sitting back, and they're just getting all this free publicity. But the problem is the books aren't selling. So they're getting all this attention, but it's also driving audiences away. It's not like,
Yeah.
you know, benefiting
It's like
them.
when people told us that there's no such thing as bad publicity, but
There is a such thing as
for
bad
some
publicity.
people there is such thing. Like,
Yeah.
we've had bad publicity and it doesn't make people watch more. Like, you know, like, and there's other, I mean, think about YouTube. YouTube had bad publicity, like, ad companies thought that YouTube were targeting children or that they had horrible, like, content and they were doing horrible things, so they stopped. Then we had the ad apocalypse.
Quiet down.
So then it didn't really work. Also, for me, I mean, that's why I think sometimes with Batman videos and people are like, are you going to talk about this? Are you going to talk about this? Are you going to talk about this? And you are always saying, I don't know. I'm just going to wait till this blows over. I wouldn't really like to talk about this. I'm going to wait till there's positive news. And now I understand why, because you're literally just feeding into their manipulative game by talking about it. Like every time they make a horrible change.
Boy, there's gonna be I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And what I find is weird is people always, like, they, you know, later on admit, oh yeah, we never really liked this idea. We were just doing it to change the character in a horrible way to mess with people so they would get upset. So then you have all these people that support whatever they do, like, oh no, this is great, I love this change, but they don't even understand the company isn't even doing this. They don't even think it's a good idea. They're just doing it to bother people. So, you know, how it just shows.
I mean, it gives them free attention. Like
Yeah,
they don't
but
have
it's
to.
just-
They don't have to pay for the advertising. The problem is
People just need to be smarter
We-
and not
we
agree
don't-
with everything the company does.
at DC Comics right now. The Rock has said new leadership is coming to DC. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't. What people don't understand is that new interview that he did. Like there is a new era of DC coming. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jim Lee is going to be out of a job soon. Like I think Jim Lee and a lot of the
Honestly,
editorial
I-
people are going to be fired.
I hope so, because I just feel like he hasn't done anything. He just sits there and draws, and he hasn't really been a leader very much at all. He hasn't stood up against all these changes and stuff.
The rumor is because they're done with Cartoon Network now. Cartoon Network was the next big thing. Like a lot of people at Cartoon Network lost their jobs, but the company's not finished. Like they even put out a tweet recently saying like, yeah, a lot of people got fired, but the company's still going. They just celebrated 30 years. They got new leadership coming in, all this other stuff. They have new shows coming out, all this other stuff. So Cartoon Network is still going to exist. It's just like they've had bad leadership for so long, and they've had like all these jobs that are unnecessary and things like that. Their writer's room is like too big. There's, you know, they're kind of going back to how they were in the 90s, where they were kind of like a smaller company, you know, doing big things.
Yeah.
And that's going to help them grow again, because they were basically just hiring everybody under the sun to do stuff. And, you know, they were not really in their prime anymore anyway. The thing that was keeping them afloat over and over again was things like, not even Adventure Time anymore, like Teen Titans Go, like just rehashing that and doing stuff with that is still their biggest like thing. But they also had like other
Sad.
smaller shows like Gumball and things like that, but a lot of those weren't really hitting the ratings. So the new leadership at Warner Brothers wants to focus on making good products that people are going to continue to watch and binge watch, because what's happening is their audience is diminishing on Cartoon Network because people aren't really watching the new shows that are coming out. And while yes, they're very creative, a lot of the shows are very weird. They've got weird messaging, and it doesn't bring back like lifelong viewers. It brings back viewers for like one season, and then they go somewhere else and watch something else. So what they're trying to do at Cartoon Network now is they're trying to generate customers for life again, like they did in the 90s. And that's, you know, that's going to be their
Like
mentality.
The 2000 something Thundercats show.
Yeah, the 2011 Thundercats and stuff like that. So what they're going to be doing, not just at Cartoon Network was the last like big television corporation that they gutted a little bit. Next up, and around the big rumor is because it was on the dossier, it was on the list of like companies that are going to be hit and restructured. DC Comics is going to be next in November. Like that is the last big.
So Cartoon Network was first.
No, Cartoon Network was like the 8th thing of firing. They had a whole list of things that leaked on the internet, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and it shows basically like Zaslav's hit list of like companies. TNT, TBS, Cartoon Network was like number 8, and then at the bottom of the list is DC Comics and one other property. I don't remember the other property. But DC Comics, nothing has happened to it yet. So DC Comics is next. And I have a guarantee, since they fired like 80 people from Cartoon Network, they're probably going to fire hundreds from DC. That's my guess. Because you can't, like, if they're restructuring all the companies that are making them bleed money, like Cartoon Network wasn't really helping with revenue the past, like, 2 years or something like that. DC Comics has been a failing company for 5 years, just hiring random people off the street with, like, liberal arts degrees and strange fan fiction ideas. So, you know, that company is really going to have to get a major facelift in terms of, like, it's kind of a joke. The latest Tim Drake comics are proof of that. Dark Crisis is an abysmal failure. It's not a good run, you know? They have some cool comics coming out in 2023, but not enough for them to really make a huge profit. And they've got a lot of weird books coming out in 2023 as well. So they're going to need to really bring in some very intelligent and talented people. Just like what happened at Nickelodeon years ago, too. Nickelodeon wasn't doing well. Some, like, business changes made the company start to improve. And they've started to bounce back. Like, Nickelodeon, I wouldn't say is as popular as it used to be, but it's gaining more relevance today, again. And a lot of that has to do with them. They're really putting out their characters in more media things to get them noticed more. Like, if you notice that Nickelodeon, like, the past, like, 5 years has had so many games, whereas before Nickelodeon, like, maybe every once in a while you'd get some type of property or pop up in a game, but they've released so many SpongeBob games, there's been lots of Nickelodeon racing games, there's been that Nickelodeon fighting game, that Smash Brothers thing, there's been Nickelodeon, like, platformers, all kinds of stuff. Like, they're really making an effort to get Nickelodeon out there into the public more. And you're going to see that happen with Cartoon Network, too. Like, Cartoon Network is going to have, I wouldn't say like a Phoenix rebirth thing, but you're going to start to see Cartoon Network gaining more profit, because they're not just going to release shows for the sake of releasing them. They're going to release stuff that is going to build up the ratings and be something that is going to be beneficial to their customers, which is what Discovery does with their Discovery brand, is they would make shows that were for the Discovery audience, the demographic. And for years, Cartoon Network had not been making shows for a wider demographic. They had been doing stuff for smaller audiences, thinking that those audiences would go and buy the DVDs and, you know, the merchandise and stuff like that, and they didn't. So they catered to the wrong audience, and they needed to be restructured. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because what people don't understand, it's called the film and television business, and they weren't being a business. They were just like, oh, we'll hire a bunch of friends, and we're going to do this show because, you know, Twitter would like this kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. But they weren't making money when it came at the end of the day. They were basically hemorrhaging money. So people make fun of Zaslav, and I'm not saying I'm on the guy's side. He is a cutthroat New York City businessman. He's not a nice guy. I never said he was a nice guy. I said that he was going to come in, and he was going to, like, make heads roll, and he was going to make some huge changes. But by next year and by 2024, he's going to start to make tons of profit with the company again.
Yeah. Because
you need, in the film and television business, you can't have, like, an Uncle, not an Uncle Roger. I don't know where it was. And Uncle Scrooge you don't want either, because that's a money miser. But you can't have, like, a Mr. Rogers in television as, like, a CEO or it doesn't work. Like, you can be, like, a super nice guy, and then you're going to lead your entire company down the drain. Because there are some really nice TV executives that their companies have been hemorrhaging for years. And they're on the point of either merging with another company or going bankrupt. So you can't be too nice in this business. Not that we're in that business. Yeah,
I mean, like, if you have, like, 100 employees that are pumping out really bad cartoons that no one really cares about, you could hire 5 employees that are really talented that are making great cartoons. Why not spend the money on 5 great employees instead of 100 not so great ones that don't care about their job?
In reality, what Nickelodeon should have done that would have really helped them out, which they're probably kicking themselves in the head, is when they were working with Saban during the Neo Saban era with Power Rangers. When Saban wanted to sell the brand, Nickelodeon should have bought it, because they would have benefited from the Power Rangers brand, because Hasbro's not really, other than, you know, making action figures and doing some mobile games, like
Nickelodeon could have made a great Power Rangers cartoon.
It feels like the Power Rangers brand was actually doing better when it was with Nickelodeon. Now it's just on Netflix. Like it's an exclusive Netflix brand.
I'm surprised how well Nickelodeon is doing right now with the gaming stuff. They're doing. I mean, this is a great game. Like besides all the brokenness.
Well, the Nickelodeon stuff, they're
really
not
cool.
they're not releasing like AAA games though. What
fun.
Nickelodeon's plan is, which is pretty smart, they release. They're kind of like Lego. You know how like Warner Brothers, prior to being owned by AT&T, they would release a Lego game like twice a year. Like just for the sake of like they knew there was an audience for Lego games, so they're like, okay, we're gonna release like 2 Lego games a year. We'll release the Lego game in the spring, and then there'll be a Lego game either at the end of the summer or in the fall. And they did that for like I don't know 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And then AT&T came in, and then they're just like, we're gonna not release as many games because we want to release quality products instead of just trying to get the brand out there. So that, it gives our audience, which we know is basically like Call of Duty, their Lego people are going to buy every new Lego game under the sun, just like people who play like Modern Warfare and Call of Duty and the other stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, I did win,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, your game doesn't have to be AAA. If you have an audience for a game that's like a B game, and everyone always wants to buy it, it's just like...
But look at Nickelodeon. A year, Nickelodeon releases almost 2 games a year, plus they've got like a mobile presence.
I think they're doing a good job, honestly.
Right. I mean, it's not... This game is not better than Mario. It's not trying to be. This game was released in the fall to hit that, oh my gosh, there's no new kart racer this year. I like Nickelodeon characters. They're also... Have you noticed that Nickelodeon is throwing in a lot of nostalgia with their games lately? They're resurrecting characters that have been mothballed for like 20 years. And they're just popping... Like, Rocco's Modern Life isn't around anymore. Maybe he's on like that one Nickelodeon like nostalgia channel, but like he's not a mainstream Nickelodeon character anymore.
And also, thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! I will definitely see your DMs. Thank you so much for giving me them. I really appreciate that. Yeah, what were you saying,
the Nickelodeon games are I wouldn't say preying on people's nostalgia, but they're tantalizing people's nostalgia for certain characters. Like, you would think right now, if they were really trying to showcase their new characters, they would have Rise of the Ninja Turtles in this. They would have the Rise characters. But from a marketing standpoint, that show is abysmal. So that's not going to help them sell their game. What is going to help them sell their game, because the Ninja Turtles are celebrating almost their 40th anniversary or whatever, which is terrifying to think, they're like, you know what? People really love the 87 Turtles. We also got the 87 cast back to appear on Nickelodeon a little while ago with the finale of the 2012 Ninja Turtle show. Like, they brought the 87 cast back, and they had them interact in the last several episodes of the 2012 Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
And they've also had a video game. Like, Nickelodeon basically brought back Cam Clark and all the original Turtles. For video games and other things.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with that.
They reunited the cast again for this game, and they made the decision, we're not going to include the new Turtles, because the new Turtles aren't even, they're just not very profitable. It was...
Yeah, like, people remember the fun Turtles.
Right, so the new Turtles game that they're going to do, that they're working on, Nickelodeon Studios or Nickelodeon Game, I don't know the name of their game division, but the new Ninja Turtles game that's in development, that's like a stealth-like type of game, they're not going to do it based on the Rise of the Ninja Turtles. They're going to use...
Oh, wow.
The rumor is they're going to use like the Ninja Turtle models that are very comparable to like the 90s Ninja Turtles movie.
Wow.
Like for their, kind of AAA Ninja Turtles game.
I mean, that's a great idea because people want to have fun, basically. They don't really want a serious Ninja Turtles. They want to have fun. They want to have nostalgia.
No, Rise isn't Rise is a weird show. It's not.
Oh.
It's not like. It's pretty much kind of like Michael Bay style Ninja Turtles. Like they're really big and the animation's weird.
They are using those models?
No.
Oh, okay, they're not going to, yeah. Okay, so they're going to use ones from the 90s.
No, just like they haven't included the Rise characters.
Yeah, I understand.
when they were making the Nickelodeon fighting game, they originally, because the Nickelodeon fighting game was coming out during the current, Ninja Turtles cartoon, which is Rise.
Yeah.
They made the decision that, no, we're going to make sure that the 80s Turtles are the ones that are going to be in the fighting game and not the current Turtle show. Because before they were milking the 2012 Ninja Turtles, they appeared in all the last Nickelodeon racing games.
Yeah, didn't you say the Rise ones sometimes use mutagen to make themselves bigger or something?
They look weird.
They looked kind of mutated a little bit.
The story's different. They changed a lot of the characters' personalities. Basically, Leo is a hothead, kind of like Raph is. Raph is the leader now, and it's weird.
Well, we were talking about Cartoon Network, so I find kind of interesting, like, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon are similar, but Cartoon Network was more popular. Yet, Nickelodeon is actually doing better in the gaming world than Cartoon Network.
That's because... Oh my gosh, no.
No. With less popular characters.
I wouldn't say Nickelodeon... Nickelodeon isn't a bad company. Like, Nickelodeon has its audience. It has its fans, just like Cartoon Network has its fans.
There are people that grew up with Nickelodeon, and then there are people that grew up with Cartoon Network. It's not necessarily one's better than the other.
Because in the 90s, like, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon were different cable packages. Like,
so you would only get one or the other.
Right.
Whichever one your parents bought.
The Cartoon Network package until, like, the 2000s was more expensive cable than Nickelodeon.
Oh,
like, you could get, in the 90s, if I remember this correctly, like, there were cable packages where you could get, like, 50 channels for, like, I think it was $30 a month.
Yeah.
And, that's the cable that we had for a while. We didn't have Cartoon Network, so my grandma did the tapes thing. Mm-hmm. Then when we moved from New York...
that's when you watched Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I watched some Nickelodeon, and then, like, in 1996, the cable packages went down, and there used to only be 3 tiers. You had basic cable for, like, $9, then you had the Nickelodeon package for, like, $30, and then the Cartoon Network package was $60. So, because satellite TV was becoming a thing, then the cable company, like, lowered the prices of, like, cable packages. So by, like, 1995, 1996, we actually started to get Cartoon Network included in our cable.
Oh, wow.
So then when we moved to Illinois from New York, because we were near New York City for most of my life, we moved down to Illinois where you were.
Yeah.
And the cable packages were cheaper.
Oh, wow.
So for, like, $40 a month, like, I think it was like $43, $44 a month, you would get 80 channels for that, and Cartoon Network was included to that. And I just ended up watching Cartoon Network more because it had, like, Toonami, it had, Adult Swim and all this other stuff.
Yeah, it would be great if Cartoon Network could do, like, a kart racer like this, or...
They have made kart racers before. They're not very good.
Yeah, what I'm thinking of is, if David Zaslav is really gutting Cartoon Network and hiring better people, then why can't maybe the better people can somehow, maybe he can make a game division for Cartoon Network.
They haven't made any new hires yet. They gutted a bunch of people, and then they
or maybe they're going to be focused on actually making better shows
Yeah.
before they actually take the old shows and make them into games.
There's no new leadership right now. Like, they fired a bunch of people and they've rearranged positions, but they haven't done any new hires as far as I know.
Well, it's like,
Let's try Arena.
yeah, I mean, like, you and I think everyone has worked at a huge company, like, say, people that work retail, like working for Target or Walmart,
Can you install your controller?
where, like, everyone,
You have to connect it.
like, where
sweetheart.
everyone is kind of bad at their job and no one knows what they're doing and the whole company's run badly. Or, like, people who have worked for a really good company where everyone works really hard. Like, honestly, if you fire more people, then the few people that are left, they get more of a pay. Like, they get paid more. So then if you get paid more, you have more motivation to actually try harder and do better at your job. Like, if you have more money for pizza parties or more money for, you know what I mean? Like, benefits.
Pizza parties.
So I'm just saying, like, if you have less people working, you can take better care of the few people you have, and then they can work better, you know?
I'm not unlocking the JoJo person. I'm telling you right now. I don't like the JoJo person. Cat Dog is weird, but I guess I could do Cat Dog. So I can unlock 2 characters after all that. And then Amber and we're gonna play arena mode next. Show you guys what arena is, and then I don't know what we're streaming tomorrow. Because I mean, I just can't really unlock the characters. I kind of feel like we've come full circle with this game. This episode mostly was just like all filler people.
Well, I may have to use your
Hmm?
Joy-Con.
What do you mean it's not working? That's a that's a brand new controller. What do you mean?
Oh, it's not.
What do you mean? That's I just paid for that controller. Can you see here? This is brand new. This is brand new. It's not lighting up.
It's not, yeah, the controller is not, connecting to the system, honey.
That's weird. Can you can I have the controller?
I don't know,
I can't decide what to eat first.
What's the difference? There's 4 ingredients in everything.
There we go. That was okay. That was kind of scary.
Oh no, you guys are being fine. Guys, sorry I couldn't really respond in the chat. I know you guys had a lot of stuff that you guys were saying about your nostalgia about Cartoon Network and stuff. I just didn't want to interrupt Luke because he was on a roll talking about all the different things that was going on with Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. So, and I like listening to Luke and hearing about what he remembers with Nickelodeon stuff.
There you go. So we were able to unlock like 2 characters after all that work.
Cleaning up these antiques.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm Clyde McBride.
We know that no one,
Your news.
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! I will definitely check my messages. Sorry about that.
I'm just bummed. Like after all that work, we were only able to unlock just a few characters. All right, 2-player.
Yep, April, Neil. Yeah, sorry I couldn't really get to the chat, guys. But I really enjoyed hearing Luke talk about different things because it feels like I'm listening to one of his reviews. I like listening to him talk. I like listening to you talk, sweetheart.
Thank you. So we're gonna try arena mode, and let's see what happens with this. I'm curious to see what arena does.
So basically what Luke is saying, long story short, is it's possible people are making a huge thing about David Zaslav, like, firing everyone at Cartoon Network, but in reality he didn't fire everyone. And also, you know, if you fire people that aren't working well, then you have a chance to actually spend the money on people that are, like, there are probably some shows that are alright, that are kind of fun, but it's very possible, you know, that we'll have shows that are even better that, you know, like, you kind of like the shows that are on now, but think about shows that you really like from, you know, maybe nostalgic times in your life. You know, that's the kind of shows that hopefully they're hoping to do, like, really, you know, shows with a lot of lore and, you know, long-lasting shows that people will watch maybe 5-10 years from now, maybe.
Whoa!
Oh,
I want to be
boy, there's
Reptar.
gonna be trouble now.
I want to be Reptar. Let me be Reptar. Okay.
Should we unlock any?
I unlocked 2 characters.
We do have a few carts.
The carts take a long time to unlock.
Oh
you
my
can
gosh,
get. You can
look
get.
at this.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Neutron's dog.
Oh my gosh.
I thought. Yeah.
Look at these carts. Oh, we're gonna do 2-player now. Oh, this is cute. Should I be the dog? Should I be this bus?
That's a Channel 6 news fan.
Oh, that's cute. I'm in Channel 6 News. Honestly, I mean, the dog is kind of weird, but I don't know. What do you guys think I should be? I think I'm gonna be the Channel 6 News fan. I think that would be cute. Okay, guys, I'm playing as Cindy.
Just hit X.
Okay, let's see.
There you go. Now we're ready to go. So this is like Mario Kart, like battle mode. This is known as the arena. So hit opponents 10 times to win. I've never done this, so I think we're going to be racing bots too. I'm not sure. Oh, and they changed my color scheme. My my thing's all... It's supposed to be a green turtle van. Alright, here we go.
Alright, thanks for the super chat, Tyler. Thank you so much. And Yu-Gi-Oh, I know, nobody, yeah, guys, I know that no one in our chat owns, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. I'm aware.
Huh?
If someone is saying they're owning they own Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, I think they're just joking around. So don't, you know, I know, like, there are people like getting upset because someone said they own either Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. And they were getting upset.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's okay. They're just
messing with you guys.
They're just saying it to like
get a rise out of people.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure no one watching. I mean, maybe the owner of Cartoon Network or something is watching, but I don't think they would be.
No. Nope. But yeah, what I was saying before about the Nickelodeon games, they're just gonna keep throwing themselves out there like every year, releasing a game just so that they can have, you know, that market option for people. Especially, they waited so long to release this game. It's probably been done for a while, but the fact that they released it right near the holidays is this is going to be a choice for people around Christmas. Yep. It might not be their first choice, but maybe they'll see like, well, this game's actually not too expensive. This could be a stocking stuffer, or...
Yeah.
And Nickelodeon's fine with that. They're not trying to compete with, like, the bigger games. And what I love about recently is that mindset is changing for Warner Brothers, too, is because The Rock said that the biggest mistake that DC has made is they're chasing after the apple that Marvel's been biting at. And he's like, you know, we're not Marvel, we're DC. And he says, while I respect everything that Marvel's done... He says, I kind of want to pick my own fruit and blaze my own trail. Right. And he says, that's what we're doing with this new thing of DC. He says, you'll see returning characters, you'll see new characters in this new universe. But he says, we're going to do our own thing.
I agree, because I think that going with the JSA instead of the Justice League...
No, Justice League will be back.
Well, I think that doing this movie that doesn't have the Justice League in it necessarily... is really great, because it shows that not everything has to be centered around the Justice League. Like Marvel, everything was centered around the Avengers. So, you know, I think it will be good to show that DC's not doing it the same way. I think it's really good to show that you're not the same as Marvel. Like, everything should be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I mean, not to be weird or not to use a weird example, but my mom, you know, my mom and my aunt were identical twins in school, and people used to bother them about it and always compare them. So eventually, one of them put a lightener in their hair, one of them put a darkener, and they, like, completely dressed differently, so people could see that they were two different people. So I think, like, I'm not trying to use that as a weird example, but I think, like, that is a really good thing. Like, you know, I think it would be good for them not to do everything. Don't have to center it all around the Avengers / Justice League, you know? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but...
No idea.
I'm trying to say that it's good that every time Marvel does something, they don't have to follow the formula and then be like, okay, now we're going to do the DC version of that.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't they just do something else? You wouldn't have to do a version of that, you know?
Yep. And that's exactly what they're going to be doing, is they're going to do their own thing.
What am I supposed to be doing in this?
You just pick whatever character you want.
Oh, how do I pick a different character? I'm not even on a different... Oh, okay. Who should I pick?
Whoever you want.
This guy. I want to pick this guy from Invader Zim.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I unlocked him.
He looks cute.
And then you just pick a car, and then we battle. That's basically what arena mode is.
Hitting. How do I hit you? Like, with what button? I don't know.
How do you hit me?
Yeah, like, what button do I push to hit you? I don't understand.
Okay. You would hit the, that's a good question. I don't...
I was just collecting things. I didn't know what button to hit you.
I'll let you know when I get... You drive with this button up here, and I think you press the X or the B button to shoot.
Okay.
And basically, this is demolition mode. So you hit your opponent 10 times to win. There are computer characters that are on this map here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I
And you
can
shoot
hit
'em.
them as well.
Yeah. Yep. And we're on the double dare course, so
Yep,
the
and
first person to
Just because, yeah. First person to what speed first?
I guess first person to take down the most people wins. I don't really know. I got second last time. A bot beat me.
I don't think I got any place. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do better. Yeah, just so you guys know, like, it should be kind of like normal, but just because a few people told us about G4 doesn't mean it was their quote-unquote fault that we got into the subject. Like, it was just, you know...
I mean, it's a live stream. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting topic because we've met people from G4 before, so...
Yep.
It definitely, wherever we heard it from, if we had had a notification on our computer, if whatever would have happened while we were streaming, if we had gotten a notification on Twitter while we were streaming, it doesn't matter where we would have heard it from, we probably would have talked about it regardless. Because, I mean, it's a pretty big thing. Like, it's a... Luke and I work in the game industry, and here's a game journalist company. Luke has been a game journalist for many years, and here's a game journalist company that...
No, I never counted G4 as a journalist company. They were a game entertainment company.
But anyways, it's a gaming live stream / TV thing, entertainment company.
It used to be a scripted show.
That basically, you know, doesn't know how to, you know, treat their fans right. So I thought it was an interesting thing because I'm actually thankful that they went down because I think that it would be wrong if they continue to prosper after like doing such a horrible stunt like that. So I'm glad something happened. I mean, I don't want to say I'm glad they all went down, but they were really losing money anyway. They never were making money anyway. They were borrowing it all.
If you're a classic company that comes back to life and you're able to get another shot at fame again, the worst thing that you possibly can do is attack your user base. You never want to generalize. You never want to make stupid statements. You just want to produce the content that your fans want you to see. That's it. You know? You don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's fan-generated content, then you have to appease the fans. And they weren't going to do that anymore. And they were making fun of, for months, their original install base, calling people dude bros and all this other stuff, when they made content that was generated for men.
They kind of created that fan base.
They did create that fan base because there was no other place other than G4 that you could go to watch that stuff on cable.
They kind of created that idea of, like, you know...
They made the video game variety shows. They were the trailblazers.
They made it cool, like, to be like, oh, if you're a real gamer, you'll like this kind of content. So they almost kind of formed that and then kind of like made fun of their own audience.
Their audience was men. The original G4 show, they didn't hide that they were trying to, you know, say, hey, this is what this show is for guys to watch and stuff like that. It's got a lot of lowbrow humor and some other stuff. I don't know how we keep unlocking people in this. This is weird.
I don't know.
I mean, this is all crew people, though. We've unlocked people faster in the arena mode than anywhere else. All right, let's go somewhere else. It's really interesting. That'd be cool if we'd actually randomly unlock a driver, but I don't think that's going to happen. So let's go to, we did free-for-all battle. Let's try team battles. We're going to go to this slime factory place, which is another Nickelodeon thing. And see if we unlock somebody else.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't play the other kart racers of Nickelodeon, because this one is actually really fun. I could see you and me, like, if we were not doing this as a job, I could see you and I getting this game, like, on the Wii U a long time ago and playing it for fun.
No, we would, even if we weren't on YouTube right now, I most likely would have a Switch, because I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have, like, a PS5 and, like, all this other stuff.
I understand.
Because at my...
Well, I meant, like, an older version of this game.
At my core, I am a Nintendo fan. Like, I grew up with Nintendo.
Is this guy from Hey Arnold?
Yes, that's Hey Arnold's best friend.
Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember him.
I mean, Hey Arnold was on for quite a while.
Let's see if we can get a bike.
But yeah, I mean, that's... I will never fan bait, and I will never, you know, attack my user base, because without your fans, you're nothing. I mean, it's just... That's a really dumb thing to do. It's a dumb thing to risk. Because, I mean, you know, you make content for people, to enjoy. So to go out and call them out and hurt their feelings, that, you know, maybe that stunt will work once or twice, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna develop a reputation too, and people are gonna say the wrong things about you. That's stuff to improve your acceleration and stuff like that.
I'm sorry, I was just
pick
getting,
something random.
I was just getting hypnotized by all the different ones.
There's a lot of stuff in this game, but
There's a lot of different. That's different than Mario. Well, no, you can mod your car a little bit in Mario Kart.
mm-hmm.
Maybe not to this degree.
Now, what I want to know is if we're actually getting whatever you call it, the points necessary to unlock people by just playing the arena mode.
No.
You might actually be getting, like, every mode in this game, you might actually be earning points to unlock characters, but I don't know. So far, the arena mode is not all that interesting to me. It's okay. But, you know, it's kind of like the Mario Kart balloon battle, but it's just not as good. It's okay. I don't think it's poorly made or anything like that. It just feels kind of like, eh. Because you can't really tell how well you're doing. Like, with the Mario Kart things, you can see the little balloons over their head, or I believe Crash Team Racing has some indication
I fell
that
right
you can...
through the floor.
Yeah, there's a lot of glitches in this game. But it's like, I don't even know... Like, you have your little health thingy there in the corner telling you how many hits you can take from people, but I just feel like visual-wise, like Crash Team Racing and Mario Kart and some other kart racers kind of did a better job.
Yeah.
For their, like, battle mode where you're racing other people.
Yeah, it's like the stuff is a lot smaller.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
In the battle mode, like, I can't really see myself, but it is split screen.
What I hope Nickelodeon does with their next, like, group of games for, like, 2023, I think it would be really fun, because I'm a big advocate. I love beat-em-up games. And I think there's enough Nickelodeon characters for them to be, like, they've done fighting games, they've done racing, they've done platformers. What they haven't done is they haven't done a beat-em-up. Like, where you basically just, like, pick, like, 4 or 5, maybe 10 Nickelodeon characters and have them go through a classic arcade game. Like,
like
Simpsons-style arcade game, but with, like, certain Nickelodeon characters. Holy cow, I'm so high.
I like Gerald's hair. It's really high.
Okay, that didn't make any sense.
I guess that's, like, a 90s hair.
I don't know.
But, like, exaggerated.
Hey Arnold, I thought ran in the 2000s, too.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Gerald's got pretty high up hair. It's cute, honestly.
I'm still not used to seeing Hey Arnold in 3D. It's weird for me.
Yeah,
it was a 2D show.
Yeah, a lot of these characters are not 3D characters.
No, they
did a good job bringing them to 3D.
Hey Arnold characters kind of look like the Jimmy Neutron characters, which that was a 3D generated show, so I don't even think I'm doing very well here, but it's kind of interesting to see if it actually unlocks some people.
I don't really know. Like, I'm trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
You don't really have stuff zoom in on people unless you get the Hey Arnold football weapon is probably the best weapon in this game because it is like a heat-seeking weapon.
I figured out how to back up.
I think we're doing team battles right now, actually. So it's like the red versus the blue team.
I'm trying to figure out how to shoot.
But we're almost out of time already.
I don't have any weapons. I think that's my problem.
The weapons you pick up are red Nickelodeon balloons.
Okay, now I have a weapon.
And then you hit people. Or you try to. Alright, that's the game.
Oh, okay, it's B to shoot. Wow,
right.
It took me that long.
So we were on...
Sorry, I didn't do well.
Oh, wow, I got 3 points for our team. Cool. So it didn't lock anything, that's fine. I don't really like team mode.
Sorry.
That's alright, let's see what other mode they got. Let's see what other mode. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. So that was team mode.
It's too bad there isn't like a really... Well, I think... What was that show that you liked watching that you really based a lot of your, wanting to do like game nights on? There was a gaming show.
Game Pro TV.
Yeah, I think that was more of a... I don't know if it was classy, but it was more professional. Like,
it wasn't professional. They were using surfer accents all the time.
Yeah, but it
the
was
hosts talk like this all the time. It sounded like Michelangelo had a video game show.
But it wasn't as unprofessional as G4, though. And a lot of YouTubers today.
Well, the resurrected G4 show became like unprofessional and
Yeah, but the
whatever.
original one was kind of crazy as well.
No, it was catering
had
to
some-
it was catering to its audience.
Well, in my opinion, I think GamePro TV was more professional.
Yeah, GamePro TV was a video game review show that happened. Trying to think how often it was.
I want to play as Jenny.
You want
Oh, you're playing as
I'm-
Jenny.
I'm
I want to
Jenny.
play. I'll play as
Danny?
Danny Phantom.
Okay, so you would hit A and then select your cart and hit X. There you go. And then you could get into the next one. Boom. Yeah, I mean, GamePro TV didn't last that long, but they were a spin-off from the GamePro magazine. And they had, like, I stole their review format when I first started YouTube because that's what I based it on. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware that AVGN existed
Yeah.
because I didn't, like, that stuff didn't pop up when I was looking for stuff. There was reviewers that I saw that came before me were people called, like, Armake21 and Spax13 and some other weird people, and I noticed, like, every reviewer that I came across for retro games, they were always yelling and mad and swearing, and, you know, obviously they were all parodying AVGN, which I didn't know at the time,
Yeah.
because AVGN wasn't doing well on YouTube. What people don't understand is he broke out and was a paid content creator for GameTrailers.com. His videos ended up being on YouTube, and when he first ended up on YouTube, he wasn't a partner. So he had a hard time becoming a YouTube partner like we did. Like, you know, and he was like kind of the originator of certain types of like video game
Right.
skit stuff. But because
Right.
he was,
yeah.
he had a non-compete clause, Game Trailers didn't allow him to post his stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then when Game Trailers went under, that's when his contract ended. And he was, you know, getting a Mike Matei and all these other people helped him get a YouTube partnership.
Yeah, and Mike Matei's always seems really nice.
Mike Matei's a sweetheart. Like I really, that one network that they co-owned, like I thought about staying there, but they didn't know what to do with our channel, so it was like a business decision for us to leave that network. But part of me was thinking if we stayed with them all those years ago, we probably would end up making videos with James and Mike at one point.
Maybe
because they were.
We could always go back.
I don't know.
If they let us.
I don't know if it all depends if people that we kind of burned bridges when we left there because we were desperately trying to get our channel okay.
Yeah, I know.
So when it came to business, sometimes I'm pretty cutthroat, as well as my employees. You know, we got into some pretty heated arguments over the phone to get the channel released and things like that.
I know, but I mean, it's been a lot
They
of
do
years.
they do say time heals all wounds, and that was almost 5 years ago now, but I don't know if they remember us that clearly or not. We were only with the company for a year, so it was a rough year, though.
We could figure it out.
Yeah, but
I-
anyway, like when I did reviews, I had a particular format that I used that I totally, if people would actually pay attention to that stuff, and you go back and you watch my old reviews,
Yeah, it was GamePro.
it was the GamePro format. Yeah.
I think GamePro was probably my example of a good, like a better version of like G4. Like it's not G4, anything like G4.
No,
But I mean, it would be a good, not only reviewing but also entertaining like game show, like for video games. It probably for me is like the ideal ideal game.
GamePro was for everybody.
Yeah, it was like a show that
It ran on Saturday mornings.
Would be really fun and goofy, but also professional and make gamers feel welcome, but also have really good reviews on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think like G4 is kind of, or not G4. GamePro TV would be like the ideal if you were gonna make a gaming news show. I mean, I think that Screw Attack was all right, but I think they probably based a lot of their stuff off GamePro as well.
I don't know. When I talked to Craig about the creation of Screw Attack, they were using video game variety shows from Europe as kind of a basis for some of their stuff. They had
I thought they stole it from GamePro TV.
No, because GamePro didn't do top 10s. Top 10s was like a top 10s was kind of a Game Trailers idea, but it actually originated both on G4 and I believe over in the Europe like gaming shows. At least that's what Larry was telling me about years ago. Because
Yeah,
remember,
because
Larry
was
Larry
on
got
game
his
shows.
Larry got his start on TV.
Yeah, they
And
had
then
a lot of.
he became a video game host.
They seem to have a lot of game shows in Europe that were different than what they had here.
Well, that's because I mean, video games were really big in Europe too, but they also had a bigger impact on television than we did. Like video game TV was kind of like 1989 through like 1993, and then it disappeared, and then it kind of came back in the 2000s.
I am pressing X, but it's not letting me.
Yeah, because you have to wait for me.
Oh.
I had to pick my cart.
It's weird, like, depending on what country you're from, gaming is different in the culture. Like, especially in Japan, like, it's completely different than here because...
I don't think Japan really had any video game shows.
Well, not shows, but I mean, like, how gaming is in their culture. Like, even, like, moms and dads and kids and... Like, they have games, like, like, a lot of people play games in Japan, whereas here, the Wii was the only thing that got everyone to start playing games. Otherwise, people were like, oh, you're a gamer, that rots your brain, and, like, it was, like, a niche group in the United
Wii
States.
did what it was supposed to. It broke down barriers. That's what Iwata
Yeah.
wanted to do. He said there was, like, this whole untapped potential
Yeah,
in the
and
video game market, and
right.
he, you know, the Wii kind of shattered that.
Yeah,
Like
he
there are
was a genius.
more people playing video games today, and it's all thanks to the Wii.
And it's accepted because, like, when I worked at Walmart, probably around between 2010 and 2012, and I was working there as a cashier, it was like, there were all these women in their 50s that had their 3DS, and they were playing Nintendogs and stuff. That would have never happened.
Well, actually, to
Like-
back it up a little bit, the marketing strategy for the DS was to create experiences that would be enticed by all ages. Like, so the Wii strategy, like, really broke down console barriers, but Nintendo had already laid the foundation with the DS.
Yeah.
Things like Nintendogs and Brain Age and, you know,
Yeah.
very, very different types of games.
The ladies at my Walmart were playing Brain Age.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe it.
Now, as I told people, I was a nasty journalist sometimes, and the publication I worked for, we didn't like the DS. We saw it as a gimmick, so we had a lot of scathing articles that I wrote with permission from my editor-in-chief that, you know, we didn't like the DS. We loved the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance was a favorite in our company.
Yeah, but the DS made other people feel comfortable, like new people.
Yeah, I mean, there was a change in video game journalism after the DS came out.
But yeah, Game Boy made hardcore gamers like it better.
My editor, like, really drilled or asked some, like, pretty intense questions when we were at a press event for not the reveal of the DS, but it was like the DS's second year, and our paper, our trade or whatever, you know, we had some pretty what would be considered spicy articles today. It wasn't like savage, but it was kind of like very dismissive of what the DS was. And then eventually, you know, the DS, I think what really started to wear me down to the point where I started to love the DS is, like, by its third year, it had just a wave of games that were just, like, so good, that weren't gimmicky, that just really, it broke down my barrier. And then, like, I think by year 4 is when they revealed that Chrono Trigger was getting a remake or a report. And by then I was head over heels with the DS, and I had so many DS games, and I ended up, I switched publications, and I went to a publication that was very Nintendo oriented.
Yeah.
And I became the DS writer. So
oh wow! So you went from bashing the DS.
I went from being critical of the DS, and then I became to being one of its biggest supporters. So I mean, it can happen. Like, companies can, they can kind of,
I think,
change your perspective if they do a really good job with
I
it.
think it's okay to write a scathing article, but when you actually meet the developer, like at an event, like when you shake their hand and meet them, I think you should be polite to them and not say something rude to them to their face.
Right.
Like I I think I don't mind if you write a scathing article, but when you talk to them, it'd be better to be kind to them.
I
in
was
real
always
life.
polite to them.
Oh, I know you were. I'm saying saying other YouTubers sometimes are rude to them in real life, and I think that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, they've said things to their face or on camera to try to mess with them. That's not right. But like, when you write your article, I think you should say whatever you feel, but when you talk to them, you should be polite. You know, like, treat them like human beings and like respect that they took time to talk to you and stuff. So
all right, so anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I think that's gonna do it for our coverage for Nickelodeon Racers. That was the arena and time trial. We did not end up unlocking a lot of characters. It actually, this game, it has a lot of layers to it. Challenge mode is gonna kick your butt. Time trial is insane. You can unlock characters by just playing, I guess, the arcade mode, like trying to get all 3 stars or something by like doing the achievements. I don't really know. Like I said, they didn't give us a very detailed list for like press about how to unlock characters in this game. The paper literally only mentions the garage, or rather the email, the garage area to unlock characters, the challenge mode, and that's it. So I mean,
we did seem to unlock some people in
right,
that
but I
mode.
still don't know how we unlocked Susie. That was completely random. So anyway, your next stream is going to be at 8:30-ish, and it's going to be on Dragon Ball. And then tomorrow is probably going to be... I really want to... I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow yet. I'm still trying to figure things out. I know what I'm doing later this week. Like, Ghostbusters is Tuesday. We'll be looking at Mario Sparks of Hope a day before it comes out. So that'll be just Mario Sparks of Hope all day. And then the next day, we might have early access to Gotham Knights. I don't know. My relationship with Warner Brothers over the years is very, we'll say, muddy. I'm a very critical person, so I don't tend to get invited to events. I don't tend to get early access to games. I don't get B-roll footage. I get copyright strikes, and I get like leaned on really heavily by WB because of how I am.
Maybe I'll have to make really excellent... Maybe I'll have to become a reviewer and, like, say everything they do is wonderful so I can get a review copy and then give it to Luke so he can bash the game every year.
I think tomorrow we have I think tomorrow we have VG Shine's Ultimate Select or someone else's Ultimate Select at, like, 10. So I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do at 8 tomorrow. I don't know. But I do have the rest of the week planned out. Gotham Knights, Mario Sparks of Hope, Ghostbusters, Black Adam and Fortnite, Minecraft, Batman. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching, guys and gals. You helped this video get 1,000 views, and you got some super chats as well, so you did great. You got the video up to 100 and something likes, so we'll see you guys on Dragon Ball in a little bit. God bless and happy gaming. Thanks so much for watching our coverage of Nickelodeon. There's really not much left for us to do in this game without, like, you know, having an understanding of actually how to unlock characters. So it's just like, today was just a filler episode of replaying levels we'd already finished in our first or second streams, as well as showing you guys the arena mode. So that was it. All right, guys. See you on the next stream.